1, 2, 3. Behind the scene heroes go.
Samantha, why don't you give a quick introduction about yourself?
Hi, I'm Samantha from the Singapore FinTech Association. My role in the Singapore FinTech Association is that I'm the program lead of subcommittees and working groups. So in SFA, we have 8 different subcommittees and a number of working groups. And some of the things that the subcommittees' main pillars and focuses are usually around things like advocacy. So sometimes we have dialogues with the regulators on some issues that is of relevance and of concern to the industry. Beyond that, we also have Connect as another pillar. That's when we try to bring the community together through networking sessions.
A big variety of different work you do, Samantha.
Definitely.
What part do you like the most from all the different activities you just described?
Personally, I do quite enjoy, for example, working with the subcommittees on events. I guess I'm someone who likes to organize things. I love to organize, like plan for trips, plan for events, things like that. So I have been quite enjoying that part, especially because the events that we do here are just such a wide variety: speed dating events, networking events, panel discussions, dialogue sessions, and of course the people that you have to work with in order to make this work. I think that's the enjoyable experience.
So let's talk about the people you have to work with and maybe the less enjoyable experiences, right? So in anticipation of this series of different interviews, obviously with different speakers, different topics, what were some of the biggest challenges you had to get this up and running?
So yeah, I'll definitely say that the most challenging part of the job, sometimes it's also the most rewarding and exciting, but I guess sometimes it's really about managing the people. Of course, because all the different people from the subcommittees are definitely have their own full-time jobs. They are just volunteers here, of course, even though we really need to rely on them for their networks, their expertise. Sometimes it is difficult, of course, to make sure that everybody's coordinated, getting the deadlines ready and things like that. So these are the things that we have to do to ensure that it runs on time and runs smoothly. So I guess it's about coordinating with people, like finding ways to nudge them, things like that, that's sometimes a bit challenging.
Yeah. In this series, maybe last question for me. In this series, we often, you help interviews with kind of leaders in the financial services, as some of them are also startup founders, and some people are former executives turned to startup founders. Is that something you may personally aspire to in the future?
Be a founder myself. Yeah. I haven't thought of that, honestly. Not really. I haven't had that appetite. I guess I'm a more behind the scenes person.
Okay,
Cool.
sir, you are in my spot.
I'll clear it for you.
Yes, thank you.
Next person.
Thank you. Yes, so this was the easy part, Samantha.
Oh gosh.
Because Lawrence wants to be very kind to you, so that even when he comes back 5 days later on a WhatsApp message, you don't get upset. So obviously great sales pitch for SFA. Ruben, Shakil, please give her a raise. We also want you to tell us more about you. So what are 2 or 3 things that people don't know about you?
Wow, really?
Yeah.
This is going to go out and I don't know what people think of me after that.
Don't worry. We'll let you review this, but not delete it.
2 or 3 things. Okay, personally, I think one thing that interests people or they get interested when they find out about me is I like playing claw machines. And I have quite a big collection of things that I've won from the claw machines in my house.
Okay.
Namely, I'm quite into Pokemon plush toys.
Okay.
And I have a collection of maybe 300 over plush toys in my house. So
Yes.
yeah, if you come to my house, it looks like a Pokemon museum.
So you are a millionaire in Pokemon flashcards?
Yeah, so Lawrence had asked me whether I would ever think of being a CEO of a company. Maybe I wasn't at that stage, but I ever did think about a business around buying and selling plush toys. Just because it was something that at one point, the plushie collection in my house just boomed. So I needed to find a way to make money off that. So I did start a little small business where I started from Carousel. Then I had a little Facebook page. It got to maybe 200 followers at one time.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah, that was just a little
We are
side
in the
hustle.
company of an entrepreneur. Now let's talk to you about your entrepreneurial journey from selling Pokemon cards. How did you end up at SFA? What changed?
No, that was just a side hustle. I wouldn't ever have thought of that as my full-time job.
Okay.
Yeah, how I even entered SFA, I used to be working in the public service. Yeah,
Okay.
I used to be in the public service for my whole career. I've been working quite closely with SFA, Ruben's team, in the last few years. Also working on talent development initiatives in the financial services and
Yes.
fintech sector. That's how we got to collaborate with Singapore FinTech Association. We came out with a career conversion program to help meet careerists.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, people who don't have any experience in fintech pivot into the sector.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was one of the things we were working on, and we rolled out the first career conversion program for the fintech sector together in my previous role with SFA.
Okay.
Yeah. So then there was a point in time that I decided if I don't step out of the public sector now, I might never have the guts to. Yeah, because I've always wanted to try the private sector. And I guess timing worked out well. It just happened that Ruben also had available. And then, things turned out this way.
You have done really well on this series called Capital Currents. It really felt like a collaboration and you've really led very well from the front. Okay, so this was like a good warm-up for you. Now we're going to play a little game with you.
A game?
Yes, we call this the last question. Very easy. So I'll ask you a question, but you cannot answer with an answer. You have to answer with a question.
Okay.
So whoever asks the last question wins.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
You do
so
this with all your guests?
yeah. No, we don't do it with the guests because we grill them so much. There is literally no need to do it. So it will give you an appreciation for both the hosts and the guests a
Okay,
little bit
fine.
more. Okay. So when I say 1, 2, 3, go, you can go with the first question. We'll give you a pass so that you start. 1, 2, 3. Okay, before I say go, please note this is not going to be edited.
Okay.
So choose your questions very carefully. I did an Elon Musk there. Like there are 5 minutes left. But you better choose your question. Well, sorry, all the Elon Musk fans. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
So Laksh, what do you like best about your job?
What job?
Isn't it the one that you're doing right now?
You already lost.
You did not lose.
Oh yeah.
Ash did
I'm
not
so bad
lose.
at this. I don't know how. Oh yeah.
1-0.
Yeah. No, it is not 1-0. It is like this was only like a winner. Okay. We have a small prize for whoever wins this. Please call the tattoo artist and we'll give you a
Wait, that
digitized
was so
logo.
easy.
Yeah. I am like not the best person to play this. I played this twice. And I am like lasting one question, man. This is bad. I don't know. Don't worry, guys. We have AI. So we are going to make me win. Thank you. We want our audience to know you much more because you've worked really hard on this series. You came up with a great name, Capital Currents. And
That was true using Gen AI.
Gen AI, yes.
Yeah.
Samantha is a little bit like Iron Woman with Jarvis. She has all this Gen AI and making her super productive. She's doing some amazing work. She's doing a lot of events. Support her and just follow her on LinkedIn. So thank you so much, Samantha,
Thank you for the
doing this.
opportunity.
Yeah, no, thank you. And thank you, Lauren.
Thank you.
Hi.